Welcome to the Athlete Shine Radio podcast. I'm your host, Stephen Molszewski, and I'm joined with newly Clemson commit Cornell Powell out of Greenville, North Carolina, wide receiver. How you doing, Cornell?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing great, doing great. Okay, let's jump right into this. Why Clemson?
Because in the last 4 years, they put the most receivers in the NFL. It's a winning program, and they got the best coach in the nation.
Yeah, and you just mentioned one of the questions I was going to ask. You said there's been great Clemson wide receivers like DeAndre Hopkins, Sammy Watkins, and Martavis Bryant. How excited are you to know that coaches have produced these players, and that could be you one day?
I mean, it's great. It's an attraction to the school, and most recruits look at stuff like that when they're on visits and when they're in their recruiting process. So it really got my attention, and I wanted to be a part of it.
Did choosing Clemson have anything to do with them being in the playoffs?
No, I committed last year, last Sunday last year, and so I could get it out of the way. And it's the best decision for me and my family, and we felt like that I would succeed more there, so I went with it. And now that they are in the playoffs and undefeated, it just makes my decision look even better.
Yeah, and how did the coaching staff, Dabo Sweeney and others, sell you on Clemson?
They were just honest with me. They told me that if I came there and I would love it, and then they told me to go to other places, and when I went to other places, it didn't compare. So I knew then and there that I wanted to be a Tiger in the next 4 years.
Yeah, and when you first started, in high school, did you ever believe that you'd be like a 4-star recruit going to a big time program like Clemson?
I mean, going into high school, I had a great deal of confidence in my ability, but I never knew it would reach the heights that it did my freshman year. But I'm just blessed to be in the position that I am right now.
And were you ever overwhelmed through the recruiting process by how many schools were trying to get you?
No, I mean, I just never took it for granted and knew that it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. So I made the best of it, and I feel like I made the right decision coming out of it.
Have you spoken to any of the Clemson players?
Like, I talked to Mike Wood before, and Octavia Scott, Deshaun Watson and stuff, and they tell me that they love it, and that's the best decision they made in their life.
Yeah, and you mentioned Deshaun Watson. How excited are you to have a chance to play with him?
It's going to be amazing. You know, he's, in my opinion, should have won the Heisman. He's the only quarterback to lead his team to an undefeated season. So it's just going to be an honor to be able to catch passes from him next year. And I know he's going to be expecting a lot from me, so I'm going to get up there and get to work.
You just played in the Shrine Bowl of the Carolinas. You caught 54 yards, touchdown in the first half, and 98-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Mm-hmm. Is that a little sample of things that are to come at Clemson?
Definitely. It would have been like better stats, but I was sick going into the second quarter. I threw up my breakfast that I had that morning, so I had to sit out for a couple of minutes in that game and get myself right. But it's just good to showcase my talent when you playing against other next level athletes as far as North Carolina, South Carolina players. So to be able to go out there and put on for my state is just amazing, and it was a great opportunity for me.
And you said that game has given you confidence going into Clemson. How and why?
It's given me confidence because I know that I can play with the best of the best as far as talent-wise. South Carolina versus North Carolina is the best players from South Carolina. So I'm going to see some of those guys at the University of South Carolina next year when we play them. And to be able to go up there and still do what I'm capable of doing against other top prospects, it really helps me in believing that I'm going to have a great deal of success next year.
What are your goals for Clemson?
To go in there and help any way I can to win another undefeated season and be national champions.
And I want to thank you again, but one last question here. Clemson fans listening, what should they expect from you, and describe the type of player you are?
They should expect a hardworking guy who loves winning and will do anything to win. I'm a great competitor, so anything that involves me winning or losing, I expect to win. So next year it's gonna be like the same intensity, you know. So I'm just gonna get up there and do whatever Coach Sweeney tells me to do.
And I want to thank you again for taking a little time out of your day to do this interview. Definitely good luck to you at Clemson.
Well, thank you.